Legalization of adultery for teenagers. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له شهادة من هو خير مقاما وأحسن نديا وأشهد أن سيدنا محمد عبده ورسوله متصف بالمكارم كبار وصبيا اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد كان صادق الوعد وكان رسول نبيا وعلى آله وصحبه الذين يحسنون إسلامهم ولم يفعلون شيئا فريا أما بعد فيا أيها الحاضر رحمكم الله أوصي نفسي وإياكم بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون قال الله تعالى والذين لا يدعون مع الله إلها آخر ولا يقتلون النفس التي حرم الله إلا بالحق ولا يزنون ومن يفعل ذلك يلقى أثاما. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given us the blessings of faith and Islam and allow us to gather in this blessed place. Peace and blessing be upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family, companions, and all his followers until the end of time. Friday, Congregation of Himakamullah, President Jokowi has signed Government Regulation Number 28 2024 on the implementation of Law Number 1723 on health, which sparked controversy because Article Number 103 paragraph covers the provision of contraceptives for school-age citizens and teenagers. Criticism came from the Deputy Chairman of Commissions and of the Indonesian House of Representatives, Abdul Fikri Fakih, who considered that this was not in accordance with the principle of national education and religious norms, as well as from the PUI Islamic organization, which consider this regulation to support free sex. The Indonesian Society of Obstetrics and Gynecology, POGI, and the Indonesian Ministry of Health have denied this, stating that this regulation is only for married fertile teenagers, but admitting that the article is prone to misinterpretation. Admittedly or not, there has been a normalization of adultery among teenagers, with an increase in sex before marriage. The head of BKKBN, Dr. Hasto Wardoyo, noted an increase in 15 until 19 years olds having first-time sex, with 59% of girls and 74% of boys. Indonesian students are also prone to prostitution, with PPATK finding hundreds of thousands of suspicious transactions related to child prostitution involving 24,049 children. As a result, out of wedlock pregnancies, abortions, and transmission of sexually transmitted diseases, including HIV or AIDS, are on the rise. Paradoxically reported in 2017 an increase in adolescents with sexually transmitted infections, while EDI reported in 2022 the 15 until 19 age group will be the most infected with HIV, with 741 adolescents or 3.3% infected. Friday, Congregation of Himakamullah. Zina in Islamic law is a major sin, with a difference of opinion among the scholars. Imam Ash-Shawkani stated that adultery is a major sin, as Allah the Almighty says, وَالَّذِينَ لَيَدْعُونَ مَعَ اللَّهِ إِلَٰهًا آخَرَ وَلَا يَقْتُلُونَ النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَمَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ وَلَا يَزْنُونَ وَمَن يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ يَلْقَى أَثَامًا. Those who worship no other gods but Allah do not kill a soul which Allah has forbidden to be killed, except with a just cause, and do not commit adultery. Whoever does such a thing, he will surely have his sins avenged. Evans, Al-Furqan verse 68. According to Imam al-Qurtubi, there is no greater sin other covered than killing without just cause than adultery. Another word of Allah states, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشَةً وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا. Do not approach zina, in that adultery is a abominable act and a bad way. Al-Isra verse 32. The Prophet, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, warned that the spirit of adultery will bring the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When adultery and usury become widespread in a village, they have indeed legalized the punishment of Allah upon themselves. Narrated by Al-Hakim, Al-Bayhaqi, and At-Tabrani. Adultery corrupts lineage, inheritance laws, encourages abortion, baby dumping, spreads venereal disease, and destroys families. Islam threatens adulterers with 100 lashes for the unmarried Ghayar Muhsan and stoning to death for the married Muhsan. Islam makes marriage the only way to build a family and fulfill biological needs, bring rewards, protect society, and prevent social diseases. Therefore, opening the door to adultery on the grounds of reproductive health is again the teaching of Islam. Friday, Congregational Hamakamullah. The issuance of PP number 28, 2024 reflects the ideology of secularism, liberalism, that guarantees individual freedom, including reproductive rights and sex outside of marriage, to prevent pregnancy and infection with sexually transmitted diseases. People are encouraged to use contraceptives, which can actually lead students and adolescents to become sexually immature. In the United States, there are an estimated 20 million new cases of sexually transmitted infection each year, half of which are among 15 until 24 years old. Some people think that providing contraceptives is better than early marriage, but this view is misleading. Islam encourages young men to get married so that their case and private part will be protected. As the Prophet, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, said, "O young men, whoever among you has the means, let him get married. For marriage can subdue the keys, as well as better guard the private parts. But whoever is not able to do so, let him fast, for that will pacify his lust." Hadith narrated by Bukhari and Muslim. Muslims must realize that today's social decay is due to the implementation of the ideology of secularism and liberalism. Pornography is allowed, men and women mix, and there are no sanctions to prevent this corruption. Why should the Ummah remain silent except regulation that go against the religion? Social corruption such as adultery can only be prevented by the implementation of the laws of Allah, the Almighty. Wallahu a'lam bishawab. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'anil azim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bima fihi minal ayati wal dzikril hakim wa taqabbala minna wa minkum tilawatahu innahu was samiul alim wa qul qawli hadza fastaghfirul azim innahu wal ghafurur rahim.